great day. Look at us, D.L. Hughley. It's good to have you here.
It's good to be here, man.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, this is water.
You can have whatever you want, but that's water.
Okay.
We're kind of rocking the same glasses, you and I.
Actually,
Yeah,
we look like we're doing a cop show.
yeah, it's true.
10-speed and brown shoe.
We got a big show for you today. John Edward, Psychic Medium, is here. And a lot of people in the audience I know are eager to hear from him. Also, a young man whose story is really going to inspire you, Eric LeGrand, who was a football player, had a tragic accident on the football field, is paralyzed, and is just such an inspiring young man. He's going to be out here, has got such a positive message for all of you out there. I really look forward to seeing him. A lot of stuff in the news to talk about, some serious stuff, some fun stuff. First, the serious stuff. I don't know if you've been following this story out of New Orleans. An LSU student has now been arrested for attempting to kill her mother.
Whoa.
And she recruited, allegedly, a fellow student in on this by saying that she would give the fellow student $50,000 of the inheritance that she would get from her mom. Shows up at her mom's house, rings the doorbell like 4:30 a.m. or knocks on it. Mom opens the door, and she just stands there, takes out a gun, and mom closes the door, and the daughter shoots 3 times through the door, and then runs away and goes back to her dorm room.
I'm scared to answer the door when Jehovah's Witnesses come out. Now I have to worry about my kids. And she went to LSU. I can see you can pull a something like that when you go to junior college.
Anyway,
LSU is a fine institution.
I know. She's been arrested. The accomplice has been arrested. They're going to be facing charges. Chrissy on Facebook says, "This is why I'm not giving my kids money when I die." Yeah. Or at least don't let them know you're going to be giving them money. It's a good idea.
It wasn't like, so she was getting 50 grand.
So she thought, yeah.
Right, and she's gonna give half that away.
Yeah.
That would have covered about 3/4 of a year at LSU.
At LSU, I know.
You need them alive.
But the idea that she would run back to her dorm room seems so odd to me. Like what? My magic secret dorm room that no one can find me in?
Right. That's
my dorm room that my parents have paid for.
Right,
I mean, it just seems, I don't know, it just
clearly
seems wrong.
all of this was a waste of money all the way around.
Yes, all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay, this other story is crazy. This is out of Kennebunkport, Maine, where, you know, the Bushes have like an ancestral home. Anyway, a Zumba instructor has been arrested, and charged with prostitution. And apparently, authorities became alerted to this when all these guys started to show up late at night for Zumba classes. And they were like, why are guys taking
Anderson,
Zumba
have you seen Zumba?
I have seen Zumba.
There you go.
There you go.
It's the same reason I go to yoga. Wow, this... Who is this downward dog? He's amazing.
It's that hot box yoga, you know.
Right.
And apparently the landlord was hearing noises from the Zumba studio. Yeah. There you go.
Well, some of the positions are painful in Zumba.
So it seems.
And apparently expensive. So
yes. She, by the way, denies all the charges, and she's going to be fighting the charges. And allegedly, there was also a video camera. So they were videotape, unbeknownst to the guys who were coming to the.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me, to the service. Let me rephrase that. Unbeknownst.
I've already dragged the show down. It's already became like Def Jam.
Unbeknownst to the guys who were attending the so-called Zumba classes, she was allegedly videotaping them, and then they were going to play them online or something. So there's like 100 hours
of just dancing.
Well, there was more. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what there was going on.
Because it seems weird to deny that you were actually engaged in prostitution, but yet tape people dancing. So
that is true. And apparently, like, it's high-profile people in Kennebunkport, but the authorities have already come forward and said nobody in the Bush family went to the Zumba classes. So, just to get that out of the way.
I believe that. And there were no weapons of mass destruction there either.
Another study out, which found, you know, there's always studies out every day, and I don't. This one is a small study from the UK, but it says that stressed out men when they are stressed out, prefer heavier women than when they are not stressed out?
I don't have to be stressed out. I like a woman that's built for comfort, not for speed.
Is that right?
Me. I don't have to be stressed out. Like women and men are like cars, and one of the things that's spectacular about a car is the suspension, the ride.
Okay.
And when I drive to Zumba class, I'm telling you that most amazing ride is in a Lincoln.
Is that right? Is that right?
Spectacular. Absolutely.
Well, Devon on Facebook says, as Honey Boo Boo's mom would say, it is what it is. Yeah. Ruth says,
I need a subtitle for the tweet, too.
That's right. Ruth on Facebook says, I need to find me a stressed out man for my beefier figures.
Yeah.
But no, apparently they did this study where they basically stressed out a bunch of men by putting them through impromptu job interviews and then had them do some math problems and then showed them various pictures of women in different sizes. And the more stressed out they were, the heavier women they liked. And they think there's an evolutionary theory behind this, that when resources are scarce or unpredictable, a woman's thin physique signals illness, frailty, and the inability to reproduce.
No, I think, I guess when times get hard, a bigger woman would know where food is. Like they you gonna eat. But in addition, I just like a sturdy woman. I like sturdiness, and I don't like play wrestling a lot with them sometimes because they can pin you and you can't get up.
You don't
and
like what?
Like
play wrestling?
Wrestling. You
okay,
never,
yeah.
Man, it's a whole game.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Zumba, only nobody comes to arrest you. It's spectacular.
Anna Marie says, my husband must really be loving me then. So that's good. Oh, this story I love. This was out of Great Britain. A couple, an elderly couple, they had this plant in their backyard that they loved and that they have been tending with great care. This is the plant. They said they bought it at like a yard sale, or they bought it out of a trunk of a car, and they thought it was a beautiful plant. And police came and informed them that it was the biggest pot plant they've ever seen. And the police tweeted, seized today, elderly couple bought shrub at car boot sale, tended carefully, biggest cannabis plant we had seen.
Was this garage sale at Snoop's house? That's a beautiful plant. I wish I could get my parents to babysit my cannabis.
And, well, they're not going to be charged with anything because police believe their story that
I
you don't
think
buy
they
it?
believe my parents.
They wouldn't believe your parents.
I didn't know what it was. Officer, I swear, you got a sandwich?
The other thing is, we're in the midst, obviously, there were presidential debates
Another debate?
A debate this week, and last week was the vice presidential debate. There's another debate coming up. Cabbage Patch dolls have now, the Cabbage Patch company that makes the dolls, have come out with a line, one-of-a-kind line. It's to promote Rock the Vote and to help encourage young people to get out and vote. And they're going to put these Cabbage Patch kids, they don't call them dolls anymore, they call it Cabbage Patch kids. Right. And collectors get very upset if you call them Cabbage Patch dolls, they're Cabbage Patch kids. Anyway, they put out a presidential line that they're going to put online to auction on eBay starting October 30th. We've actually flown in the Cabbage Patch presidential line, so let's bring those out. Right. It's the entire...
Where's Barack?
They're there.
He's not Puerto Rican.
He's not Puerto Rican.
This is a Puerto Rican Barack Obama. This is not...
Yeah, the Michelle.
And Newt Gingrich is not running for president anymore, man.
Yeah, who's that? Oh, that's supposed to be Joe Biden. Okay, and I guess that's Michelle Obama. That is not a very complimentary Michelle Obama. That's Barack Obama, Mitt Romney, and Paul Ryan there.
Now, Mitt Romney doesn't have a birth certificate here.
Well, you know what? That's what's funny. That's what's funny.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It does not here.
That's actually what's funny about this is Cabbage Patch Kids, these are one of a kind. They all come with a birth certificate, and the company sent us these, and all of these arrived except for the Mitt Romney one. The Mitt Romney one arrived later, out of its packaging, and without the birth certificate. I'm not kidding. So we're not.
So if the black guy didn't have a birth certificate, there would be all kind of trouble here. Let me just make sure this doesn't say Kenya. Wait a minute. Let's check this out.
That's good? All right. So anyway, so those go online on eBay October 30th. We had a Cabbage Patch Kid, because last year on the program, we had a couple who collects Cabbage Patch Kids, and they are serious collectors. They had 5,000 Cabbage Patch Kids. They lived in a trailer, but they had built a climate-controlled, like 5,000 square foot home for their Cabbage Patch Kids. And they had their favorite kid with them. They insisted the kid be mic'd, and he didn't say much.
See, people judge that. You all judge that, but none of those Cabbage Patch Kids are gonna come over the house and try to kill him anymore.
That's true. So they presented me with an Anderson Cooper one-of-a-kind Cabbage Patch Kid, which was fantastic. It was great. I had it in my office for a long time. It creeped out a lot of people who would come and visit my office. And then we put it online, and we auctioned it off for a charity called Puppies Behind Bars, which, no, it's true. Puppies Behind Bars is a great charity. They do service dogs for service members with PTSD, and the puppies are actually raised by folks who are incarcerated. And so it's a win-win. It's great for the people incarcerated, gives them a focus and a loving connection with an animal. It's great for the service members. Anyway, we put this online, and Ann from Milwaukee, who's a divorce attorney, who doesn't collect dolls but is a big fan, bought this online and because the money went to a good cause. And so that is Ann, and that is where the Cabbage Patch Kid is right now.
I've actually never seen that many people clap for a divorce attorney.
What's odd, though, actually, is Ann said Andy, the doll, came with diaper rash. And she thought, I'm just reading this, she thought I might have been passed around too much. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Did the dog go to Zumba class?
Anyway.
This is the freakiest morning show I've been on. Zumba, rashes, this is spectacular.
Yeah.
White guys without birth certificates, my kind of show.
I know, yeah. We got a great show for you. A psychic medium, John Edward, is here. I'm very skeptical about this kind of stuff. We'll have a lot of people in the audience who want to hear from him, and also Eric LeGrand. We'll be right back.